Hello, my dear friends, and a very warm, heartfelt welcome back to the English Speaking and Listening Club. Today, we're going to talk about something that touches every single one of our lives, something that is the very core of our human experience. We're going to talk about love, but not the love we see in dramatic movies or read about in fairy tales. We're going to talk about a deeper, quieter, more profound kind of love, the kind that speaks in silence and shows up in actions. Today, we explore the beautiful truth that real love doesn't need daily words. In a world that is so noisy, so focused on constant communication, text messages, social media posts, and grand declarations, we can start to believe that if love isn't being talked about, it isn't there. But my friends, the deepest roots are often the quietest. The most powerful forces in nature don't make a sound. Gravity doesn't shout. It simply holds the universe together, and real enduring love is very much the same. So, if you've ever wondered about the strength of a quiet relationship, or if you've ever felt that your love is measured by the words you say, then this conversation is for you. Let's explore the silent language of true love. Let me tell you a story about an elderly couple I knew, Mr. and Mrs. Chen. They had been married for over 60 years. If you spent a day with them, you might be surprised. They didn't say "I love you" to each other 10 times a day. They often sat in comfortable silence, reading or looking out the window. They didn't feel the need to fill the space with constant chatter, but if you watched them closely, you would see a love story unfolding in every action. Every morning, without being asked, Mr. Chen would wake up first and prepare a cup of tea for his wife, exactly how she liked it. A little honey, no milk. He would place it gently on her bedside table. He never said, "I love you so much I'm making you tea." The tea was the "I love you." When Mrs. Chen walked through the garden, she would often stop to pick a single perfect flower and place it in a small vase on Mr. Chen's desk. She didn't give a speech about it. The flower was her message. When one of them was tired, the other would quietly take over the chores. When one was worried, the other would simply sit a little closer, their silent presence a fortress against the world. Their love wasn't built on daily words. It was built on a foundation of 1,000 tiny, consistent actions. It was built on a profound understanding that had been woven over 6 decades. They had a silent language that was more eloquent than any poetry. Their love was a verb, not a noun. It was in the doing, not just the saying. So, what is the difference between words and the silent language of action? Words are beautiful. They are important. They can heal and inspire, but words alone are like a map. They can show you the destination, but they can't take you there. Actions are the journey. They are the steps you take every single day to reach that destination. Think of love like a tree. The words "I love you" are the leaves. They are beautiful, visible, and they flutter in the wind. But the real strength of the tree, what allows it to survive storms and droughts, is hidden beneath the surface. It's the root system. These roots are the silent actions, the trust, the respect, the consistency, the small sacrifices, the quiet understanding. You can't see the roots, but without them, the tree and all its beautiful leaves would fall with the first strong wind. This understanding is incredibly liberating. It frees us from the anxiety of having to constantly prove our love with words. It teaches us to look for love in the right places. How do we recognize this quiet love, and how do we practice it? First, learn to listen to the silence. Real love is comfortable in silence. It doesn't need to be entertained or constantly validated with conversation. That comfortable quiet between two people is not emptiness. It is a space filled with understanding and mutual respect. It's the feeling of being completely at peace with someone without having to say a single word. Second, look for the quiet verbs. Pay attention to what people do. Does they remember the small things you like? Do they make you a cup of coffee when you're stressed? Do they stand by you, not just in the easy times, but when things are difficult? Do their actions match their words? These quiet verbs, remembering, helping, supporting, staying, are the true vocabulary of real love. Third, become a master of the silent language. Start expressing your love through your actions. Let your love be seen in your patience when someone is struggling. Let it be felt in your loyalty when you defend them in their absence. Let it be tasted in the meal you prepare for them after a long day. These actions build a foundation of trust and security that words alone can never create. My dear friends, this is not to say that words are unimportant. A heartfelt I love you at the right moment can be magical. But let us not mistake the map for the territory. Let us not value the leaves more than the roots. If you have a love in your life that is quiet, that shows up in actions more than in flowery speeches, cherish it. That is a deep and resilient love. And if you want to love deeply, remember that your most powerful messages of love will often be sent without a single word. So, today, let's not just say we care. Let's show it. In a small, quiet, meaningful action. That is where real love lives. If this message about the quiet power of love resonated with you, let me know in the comments by sharing a quiet verb. A small action that makes you feel loved. And if you believe in building deep, meaningful connections, please support our club by hitting that subscribe button and ringing the notification bell. Thank you for sharing this peaceful morning with me. Remember, the most powerful things in life are often the quietest. Keep speaking, keep listening, and never underestimate the language of action.